guys, happy Monday. Today's video is going to be all about my fitness journey and my health journey. The reason why I'm doing this is because this is my story. It is very important to me and I'm finally comfortable coming out and talking about it. And also it could potentially help someone who is struggling with the same things that I did. You are not alone. More people go through these kind of things than you may think. They just keep it to yourself and you don't know. But today's story is all about my anorexia, my bulimia, and also body dysmorphia that I struggled with most of my teenage life, and I just started recovering almost a year ago. So it has not been that long since I have stopped all those bad habits of mine. So to begin, it started in the 8th grade. I remember sitting at the lunch table with my friends. They all had their packed lunches and their bought lunches, and I said, I'm not gonna eat lunch for a week. At this time, I was also depressed and I was self-harming myself. I don't know what thought was in my head that said, hey, I'm not eating for a week. I don't know what it was. And then my bulimia started in the 9th grade. I remember I transferred to a different school for 9 weeks. It was a performing arts school. I had no friends. I was still depressed. I was still self-harming. I also didn't eat lunch at this school because I was scared to go in the lunch line and buy food. I didn't know my code, and when I did go up there, I told them I don't know my code, and they were like, oh, well, this will pass for today. And I was just nervous. I packed a lunch every once in a while. It might have been a sandwich. It might have been yogurt or fruit, maybe 2 of those items, but it was not a lot. And I remember going in the bathroom and sticking my finger down my throat to make myself throw up. That was the first time I did that, and it just gradually got worse over the years. I went back to my public school that I was originally at after those 9 weeks, and then I remember the summer after 9th grade I started working out. That's like the first time. Now my whole life I have always been athletic. I did basketball, I did softball, I did cheer, I did gymnastics, I did dance. I would play volleyball with my father once in a while on Thursdays. In 12th grade, I was a runner, so I have always been an athletic person. So I started working out this summer after 9th grade. I started doing core work, and that's really all I did. I would do like lunges and like leg exercises, whatever I could do at home. But for some reason, every time I did leg work, I thought, oh my gosh, my legs are getting too big. I can't do this. So I would continually focus on my stomach. I don't know why I thought I was fat. I was not fat. I have always been a very small person my whole life. So I was definitely not fat. Maybe it was the skinny fat. Maybe it was that like little teenage, belly. I don't know what it was or why I wanted to do that, but I started working out. And then I remember 10th grade, each year got worse. In 10th grade, I said, my diet needs to be strict. I'm only gonna eat salads. I'm only gonna eat yogurt. I'm only gonna eat, drink smoothies. Had to be all healthy. I cut out completely all sugary and processed foods. Anything that you would say is unhealthy, chips, didn't eat it, and I didn't eat it for, 6 months. And because I cut out all those unhealthy foods, when I started eating them again, I started binging and I started feeling guilty that I was eating them because I'm like, oh my gosh, my diet was so healthy. I was on a roll. Like, why am I eating these foods? And when I would binge and when I would eat those foods, I felt gross. So, I continued doing my ab work and making myself throw up. And it wasn't all the time, but like I said, it gradually got worse and it got more and more. So that was the 10th grade. I would come home, I would eat a salad, I would do my workouts, and I would work out right after I ate. So what happened is since it was exactly right after I ate, I would throw up because my food was not digested yet. It was still like, whatever it does in your digestive system. So I would just throw it back up. And then I also ended up getting an acid reflux because I kept doing it. So I would just like throw up after I ate randomly, not purposely. It would just come back up. And then also a lactose intolerance, but I don't know if it was an intolerance or if it was just a sensitivity, because every time I ate ice cream or if I ate pizza or some kind of cheese, I would throw that back up. I don't do that really anymore. I haven't had ice cream in a while, but it doesn't happen as often. I can eat pizza now and it doesn't happen. And then I remember in 12th grade, I ended up joining the cross-country team. I've never run before. So when you run, runners need carbs in their body. I barely ate. I would eat like a granola bar or yogurt before my run in the morning, go run, come home, have a smoothie, and then I would eat a salad for lunch and a salad for dinner. After my dinner salad, I would work out, and then I would throw it up, a salad. I thought my diet was so healthy because I was eating salads. Salads do not have a lot of calories. I was probably eating under 1,000 calories a day. Actually, no, I was eating under 1,000 calories a day. And I'm a teenager. I need these calories. I need to grow. I need to develop. And I'm not getting the nutrients I need to do that. So once I got into college, it got worse. Also, new school, I didn't have any friends. I didn't know how to socialize because I was depressed. I didn't know who I was. I was very, very unhealthy. I was going to the gym. I was running. I was not getting any kind of calories. I hated my body, okay? I would constantly look in the mirror at any kind of blow, any kind of chubbiness that I thought I was. I would like, oh my gosh, I have to do an ab exercise. I have to do an ab exercise. Anytime. Constantly look in the mirror. Constantly picking out flaws that probably aren't even flaws that I see in myself. That's what body dysmorphia is. It's when you pick something out of yourself and continually see flaws in yourself that aren't even there. People with body dysmorphia commonly have these eating disorders, anorexia, bulimia, the restrictive eating, the binge eating, constantly looking in the mirror, constantly checking their hair. I used to brush my hair like every 5 minutes. Like if I was at my aunt's or if I was looking in the mirror, I would brush my hair because I'm like, oh, it's fuzzy. I need to make it perfect, you know. I would always wear makeup in high school because I didn't like the way I looked. I don't wear makeup like ever now. I just don't care. I mean, I do care, but I'm like, I don't need it. I don't think I need it, so I don't care to wear it anymore. I'm not trying to impress anybody. If I feel comfortable without makeup, why do I have to wear makeup for somebody else, right? I mean, every once in a while I'll put it on for a special occasion, but I won't do it now. And then after college, I ended up taking a semester off and I went back. And when I went back, I got an apartment to make myself feel a little bit better. I made good friends with my roommates, and this was the worst year of my life. This was actually 2019, yes, so fall of 2019 is when it got really bad. So when I'm at college, I'm at an apartment, I have to buy my own food, right? So I would only buy healthy stuff and I would limit that because I only had so much money to pay for, right? And when I'm eating my foods, I buy like fruits and veggies, and those can go bad pretty fast. If I don't eat them, then I have to throw them away. So I can maybe have them for like a week or whatever, however long the veggie or fruit lasts, you know? So I can't go grocery shopping every week. I don't have that money. I'm a college student, you know? So I was very restrictive on my diet. And because I wasn't having the foods that I craved, I binged a lot. And when I binged, I made myself throw up, and it happened multiple times a day. And this would go on for, I don't know, 2 weeks, and then I'd go on a restrictive diet for maybe like two weeks to a month, or anywhere between there, and then I'd binge again, and I'd constantly make myself throw up. Also, at this time, I was also partying a lot. I was drinking a lot. I did drugs. I absolutely hated myself. I stopped going to classes. I did not care whatsoever about myself. I went to the gym, but I want to go to my classes. I just let myself go. I gave myself away, and like I said, I was partying like every weekend. I was doing drugs. I was restricting my eating. I was binging. I was purging multiple times a day, and I just hated myself, and I had a mental breakdown. The one time I did drugs, I called my dad. I was like, hey, I need to come home. I need to come home now because this is not okay. And this was January of 2020. I was going into my spring semester, and I didn't go back to school. He was like, my parents were like, you need to stay home. You need to get better. And I wasn't okay with that. I wanted to be at school. I wanted to be with my friends, you know? And I never got professional help. Like I was supposed to, but I was like, no, because I'm stubborn and I don't want professional help. So that day in January, when I had a mental breakdown and was like, this is not okay, I'm not okay, I need help, I really said, Nicole, you need to get your shit together. So that's what I did. It didn't happen right away. I made myself binge. I binged and purged and restricted my eating a few times after I left school, maybe once in February, but I remember the last time was in February of 2020, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Now, to say I had this habit since the 8th grade is when it started. So from the 8th grade until my sophomore year in college, I had this anorexia, bulimia, restrictive binging kind of habit. And that's all I knew. That is all I knew. It is very, very hard to get out of that kind of habit. Now, I still have body dysmorphia. That doesn't go away, but it is getting better. I don't constantly look at myself and compare myself to other people. I don't pick out flaws as much. I'm more confident in myself than I have ever been. And the thing that changed my eating was getting a trainer. And my trainer is Chad Morgan, if you know him or not. Well, his group Beyond Built. But within my training, you have to count your macros and track your macros, and so calories, protein, carbs, and fats. And because of that, I have to track every single food I eat throughout the day. And it was a lot, like 1700 calories was a lot more than I thought. I was eating 1,000 calories or less a day for most of my life, and eating 1,600 calories a day was a lot more. When you think about it, 1,600 calories is not really a lot. I am currently at 2,300, I believe. But it really helped me, and really helped me realize, like, hey, you need to eat. And I also, once I started counting my calories and counting my macros, tracking these, I actually weigh less now than I did when I was binging and purging and restricting my eating. I was still small, and now I'm smaller, but I'm smaller in a healthy way. So, and also I thought I was so fit doing all these abs workouts, and I always exercise. When I look back on my pictures and I look at myself now, I'm starting to get the body that I always dreamed of because I am eating more. My waist is getting slimmer. It's like curving out. I'm gonna get a butt. I have a back better and get shoulders now. And I'm finally loving my body, but I am eating almost 3 times more than I did before. I thought I was so healthy. I thought I was so fit, but no. More calories is better. Like, when people think they need to eat less to lose fat, yes, but not as much as they think. I love tracking my macros. It's annoying. Like, honestly, it's annoying. You have to track literally everything you eat. I'm so used to it now. Like, it just happens. I'm just like, I need to track my macros. But honestly, that is my story. I don't really know how much more I have to say, honestly, is that I am now trying to compete. I am now a fitness coach, and I am very healthy now. And it's been just a year. And I've been in this restrictive eating kind of habits for 6 years of my life. And it only took a year, less than a year, to get me where I am now, and I am only at the beginning. Just wait in a year, just wait in 2 years and see where I will be. I'm excited to see where I will be. But honestly, if anybody is struggling with the same things, I promise you, you can do it because I can do it. 6 years of my life, you can do it too, I promise you. It is very hard. It's easier when there's people helping you. And that could be from a professional, that could be from a trainer, whatever the help you need, even just having someone and talking about it. People go through these things all the time, and you may not know because they don't talk about it. They don't talk about it. I never talked about it. I don't know how many people knew that I was. Maybe it was easy for them to pick out that I wasn't eating, but I don't think they necessarily really knew what I was going through. You don't know how many people are going through the same things that you are. You don't know how many people are struggling with something, because everybody struggles with something. There's always something. Respect that, respect other people, and when they come out to tell their story, just try to help them. That's all they want, is help. When they tell their story, they need help. And I'm not saying like be up their ass about it, but you know, there's little things you can do, and they might not even know you're helping them, but there are things you can do. So that is my story. I feel very happy coming up, being open about this. And if anybody ever struggled with something like this, or if you are struggling with this, feel free to reach out to somebody, your parents, a friend, me. You can find me at Instagram at nicole.bfit. Send me a message. I am a coach, so if you are interested in any kind of coaching, I can help you. I am not a therapist. I am not a doctor, so I can only do so much for you. But if you need help or just need a friend to talk to, feel free to message me on Instagram at nicole.bfit. Thank you for listening to my story. I really appreciate it. Please be respectful. Please, this message and my story is very important. It could be important for somebody else, so do not be judgmental, and have a great day. Yes.